विद्या निज भक्ति योगा शिक्षार्थमेक पुरुष पुराना श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य शरीरधारी कृपा बुद्धिय तमहं प्रपद्ये मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण pray for the blessings of the assembled Vaishnavas so that we can study Srimad Bhagavatam in the light that Mahaprabhu wants us to study, desires us to study. Pray that I always remain a student of the message of Mahaprabhu, a student of the message of Srila Rupa Goswami. Pray that I be the first listener of this message of Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is Prem Bhakti, Prasud Prem Bhakti, Udgar and Udesh. Teaches us the origin of love, brings in front of us what it means to be in a loving relationship, how to express one's love towards someone, how to receive love, and the instructions throughout for us how to purify this human form of life altogether. Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam Mahaprabhu says, no, it is the spotless Puran, and which has come into manifestations to give us the Pancham Purusharth, pure love of Shri Krishna. This and beautiful translation, beautiful purport. Each and every translation in purport is amazing. Now we see in society there are so many relationships, and the most pure, the most sacred relationship, the most intimate as well relationship is what the relationship of the guru and the disciple. Is the most should be the most connected relationship, should be the most pure, most intimate as well, most deep, most sacred, uh, completely pure, at least a bit more pure than the relationship between husband and wife, say, the relationship between brother and sister, the relationship between friends among friends. And one who could not become loyal to his spiritual master, who could as such he be loyal to? The way to becoming a Krishna Bhakta is by becoming a Guru Bhakta. We cannot become a disciple, we can never become a pure. The way to becoming a pure devotee in the parampara that Mahaprabhu offers is by accepting the shelter of a bona fide spiritual master and rendering service unto him with great devotion and faith. So only by becoming a Guru Das actually one becomes a Krishna Das, or only by becoming a Guru Bhakta one becomes a Krishna Bhakta. And this Arjuna demonstrated who is Arjuna, such a qualified personality. But it came to a stage in his life wherein he was saying that okay, he was giving his certificate of unqualifiedness to Krishna. And he says, Sishyasteham sadhimam tvam prapanna. Now Krishna appears in different roles to Arjuna. Yes, he's playing the role of a supreme personality of Godhead as well as Krishna, the infallible personality. And he's playing the role of a chariot driver as well. Everything, but never ever his status, his position as the supreme personality of Godhead is slightly diminished. No? And he's playing the role of Krishna, is playing the role of mother and father as well. Pitahamasya Jagato Mata Data Pitamaha. He's playing the role of a friend as well. and he's playing the role of spiritual master as well towards Arjuna. The way Arjuna took on the message of Bhagavad Gita, we should be taking the message exactly the same way, nothing less, if at all more, but nothing less. And the realization which Arjuna shares, Nashta Mohosmiti Dhamma, Tat Prasadam Mayachita, Sthitosmi Gadasande Parisya Vachanam Tava. So he shares this relation that Parisya Vachanam Tava, that I am ready to do whatever you desire me to do, whatever you want me to do. Karma, no, understanding karma is very difficult. Uh, the principle, the philosophy of karma is tremendously intricate, and I see there's not much of a point in understanding karma. It's so delicate, intricate, even Lord Brahma sometimes makes mistakes, or Yamraj sometimes is backward. And the essence of life is this translation for what says Bhakti Yoga. So the only way to come out of our entanglement is because of karma, because of our desires, expectations, actions, and deep-rooted conditioning. And that is all manifest in our entanglement since eternity. So our entanglement is because of our karmic reactions. But the way to come out of this entanglement is adopting another entanglement. The entanglement of love, the culture of love towards Krishna. When we entangle ourselves in loving towards Krishna, then only we can come out of this karmic entanglement or all others entanglement. Otherwise, there is no way. King Pudastekara sings in his beautiful praise. Prabhupada love this prayer. Krishna Tvadiya Pada Pankaj Panjarantam Addeva Me Visatu Manas Rajhamsa Prana Prayana Samaye Kapvat Pitte Kantavarodhan Vidau Smaranam Kutaste. Since eternity, we have been dying, we have been giving up our bodies, and more so in ignorance than in knowledge. And this lifetime, we have an opportunity to glorify that altogether, to give up our body in loving remembrance, in sweet loving remembrance of the divine couple. How will that come about when we take shelter of a bona fide spiritual master? So, human life, we understand, Prabhupada writes in the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, first chapter, I think in the first text of purport, that a religious life is like a barbaric life. So we understand human life is meant to inquire into the existence of God. Who am I? Who is God? About this nature and everything. But when with slight faith, when we take into devotee association, then a devotee life should be to inquire into the existence of the pure devotee of the Lord. Where is the pure devotee of the Lord? Where can I see him? Where can I meet him? When can I meet him? This should be all the prayer. And how can I fall in love with the pure devotee of the Lord? How can I serve the pure devotee of the Lord? Without serving spiritual master, Nagati Kritopi. Throughout whatever we say in our prayers, right from the very morning, the Mangalarti, the Guru Ashtam we sing before going into japa or anything. It is throughout the sweet divine transcendental remembrance of the spiritual master. And we sing Guru Vandana. Now, the word Guru, Sanskrit word Guru, what does it mean? Like, we understand the Sanskrit word Guru. Gu means ignorance. Ru means one who takes away, one who kills away, one who completely purifies that ignorance altogether. So that Guru, but in Vedic concept, yes, in Vedic life, there's this understanding of Guru. Uh, but what Narottam Das Thakur, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur helps us understand. Shri Guru Charana Padma. Uh, Guru Maharaj is not just Guru Maharaj or Guru like that. This translation purpose speaks a bit on etiquette as our etiquette, how we behave in front of spiritual master, or even when we are not in the physical presence of spiritual master, how do we behave when we are in the association of devotees, or might be living single somewhere, might be living somewhere in your alone. How does one behave there? So etiquette, and we understand the matter of devotion and other Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami helps us understand. A sadhaka should never call out one spiritual master's name, at least blankly, just like that. Or whose disciple, who's your Guru Maharaj? Such and such, straight away taking the name, Prabhupada taught us like with folded hands, with deep humility and cry. And why not Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa? Yes. And this is a Guru Parampara means what? How do I understand I'm connected to this Parampara? When I'm attached to the spiritual master. Without becoming attached to the spiritual master, how can I actually assess be connected to the Parampara? Yes, we are in the Parampara, and then in society we see everything is like external and internal. So externally I might still be yes, and that is great, but it is to revive our consciousness, to come to that internal clarity altogether. So Guru, we understand Guru is what? One who takes away all ignorance, one who takes away all the ignorance. But Narottam Das Thakur, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has understand Shri Guru Charana Padma. Now what does Shri mean? We understand Shri means what? All opulence, all wealth. And what is the real opulence? What is the real wealth? For a sadhaka is this prema bhakti. That is the real opulence. So who is Sri Guru? One who is Lavada, one who is full on with that Radha prema. One who is full on with that prema bhakti altogether. That is Sri Guru. And until and unless we understand the glory, the divinity, the transcendental nature of spiritual master, uh, advancement could be very much on the slow path, on the slow path, or Swarup, he doesn't come out just like cry, a fall, yearning, a longing, a Krishna has to be there all together. Shri Guru, na? So spiritual master is one who is a dearmost, loving dearmost maid servant of Srimati Radha. Tinkari, Priya Tinkari of Srimati Radha. And the position of spiritual master we understand is if not only multifold, it is definitely twofold in the sense the position of spiritual master is as a practitioner, a Shishya has to realize. Shri Shri Parantai Mayapur Tati Ki. Uh, The position of spiritual master is the uh, dearmost maid servant of Srimati Radharani. As the follower of Rupa Manjari, as the follower of Ananda Goswami. So, spiritual master is the Manjari of Srimati Radharani, and simultaneously is Nityanand Prakash as well, or manifestation of Lord Balaram, the Adi Guru. So, spiritual master is everything for a sadhaka, and this is subjective. This is subjective for a disciple, the spiritual master, he should be the purest devotee of Krishna. And this is what Bhagavatam teaches us, the literature, the Vedic literature teaches Krishna conscious literature. And this is about realization, coming to this understanding and platform that we want to realize, we pray, we cry to realize this, experience this, that the spiritual master is the purest devotee of Krishna. He is in again in Chaitanya Chaitamrita Adi Leela, first chapter, spiritual masters understand that is a Seva Bhagwan and Sevya Bhagwan. Is the worshipable uh, Lord and is the servant Lord as well, teaching us how to serve the divine purpose without any duplicity, without any cheating propensity. And us, we carry somewhat cheating propensity, somewhat duplicity, or maybe more than somewhat. How will that go about? Only when we take association of the pure devotee of the Lord, and only when we serve the pure devotee of the Lord. Otherwise, there is no way out of it. Like Narottam Das Thakur, he helps us understand, believe in Prem Bhakti Chandrika, that lotus, where does lotus grow? Lotus grows on mud. And in order for the lotus to grow very nicely, what is required? The sun. The sunlight is definitely required. Uh, And the lotus should be sheltered by the mud, sheltered in the mud, taken shelter of. Likewise, for our as well, Bhakti Lata beach to grow. Uh, the sunlight, Krishna, Surya, Sam, Maya, Haya, Andhakar. So, all the blessings, the praise, the hope in Bhakti, Krishna is facilitating all of that, providing all of that. Provided I am taking shelter in Guru Padashram. Provided I have firmly grounded and taken shelter in that Guru Padashram, the divine transcendental Lord, spiritual master. And if not, then the sun will burn the lotus. Likewise, if I do not understand how to be with spiritual master, how to be in a loving relationship with spiritual master, wholeheartedly offer myself to the glory, joy, and beauty of spiritual master, then advancement will all be external. Doesn't matter how many rounds I may be chanting, how many Mangalatis, Rath Yatras, what not I have attended, performed, and everything, but would be external. Unless I come to this position wholeheartedly, body, mind, and soul, I give myself to the will of the spiritual master. And what is the will of the spiritual master? The desire, the will of the spiritual master is he is a pure devotee of the Lord, and he wants us to become a pure devotee of the Lord. And the blockage between me becoming a pure devotee of the Lord, or me becoming a pure devotee of the Lord, is this cheating mentality. Different ways of understanding cheating mentality, self-centered mentality, high ego, or tremendous sense of accomplishment. A killer in bhakti, having a sense of accomplishment, having a sense of achievement, having a sense of self-appraisal. Clear killers in bhakti. How can I see the beauty of this? Is why the beauty of the divine couple is not visible, is not manifest. The beauty of God Sundar is not manifest. Why? Because I'm quite self-centered or having a sense of self-appraisal. But Srila Gurudev is not that personality. Spiritual master is not that personality. And as it says that purport, tremendous spiritual master is not having for show or anything for material adoration. No, whom we see as a role model present live in front of us. Now, our Vedic literatures help us understand that something is pratyaksh and something is paroksh. Pratyaksh vagamam dharmam. Something is directly manifested, something is direct, something is tangible, something is substantial, something is within my experience. And paroksh is something indirect. Paroksh is something indirect. So the chanting, the reading, the hearing, the worshipping, the services, everything can become indirect unless I'm directly in love with the spiritual master. If I'm not directly in love with the spiritual master, it all will remain as indirect. Krishna is also indirect. He's a part of distinct personality. But when I learn how to love the spiritual master with heart and soul, then yes, Krishna can say, yes, if I'm being trusted by the spiritual master, what problem will Krishna have? So, no one becomes a guru as such, Only a disciple, one needs to become a disciple. And the day I become a disciple, that day I will become a pure devotee of the Lord. On this note, maybe I will take up comments, questions, and clarifications. Questions.
Very good. Um, so it may take a while for us to.
My
It may take a while. I'll speak louder. It may take a while for us to assess who is the spiritual master to take shelter. So, would you encourage the devotees to take a long time before they take initiation?
long and short should not be driven by one's mental judgment, one's intelligence, mental material intelligence. There has to be a heartfelt prayer. There has to be a deep yearning, like all a desire. Now, it may not be that deep as well, say, but one should pray at least fervently to the deities and keep in good association and study nectar. Definitely. Every sadhaka, he should in and out study nature of instruction, Bhagavad Gita, of course, and reveals one's mind. But at least some devotees that are desiring to take shelter of a bona fide transcendental personality. So, one kindly help me reveal. Now, for some, it is again subjective. For some, it's like okay, 1 year, and some it may take 5 years, 6 years. And also initiation at times can be an external process wherein uh, when the hearts are connected, it's a commonly just like in the sense in Vedic culture we see what the bride and the groom. Now marriage sometimes may happen in formality when the hearts are connected. Yes, it's a formality we are getting married. That again that how one say. So if the relationship has been built, but the fire sacrifice say has not yet happened. 5 years, 7 years, whatever it takes. But if the relationship is there, then great. Uh, and it's like formalizing the relationship. But if the relationship has not been built, it is better to take one's time, be more patient, and pray, not rush into it. And it's a lifelong commitment. It's not like a thing, okay, yes, this is that standard, say 1 year or 2 years. Now, okay, I've been with it enough, I've listened to many, I've tried enough, okay, fine. And if someone is fully convinced, great, and otherwise, there could be some element of risk, yes. Calculative risk, Krishna says, no, Sarva Dharman Parityaja. What does it say to Arjuna? Do not fear. Krishna is present in front of Arjuna. Krishna has spoken entire Bhagavad Gita. And Arjuna is so thrilled. And yet Krishna is saying to us that do not worry, do not fear. Because there is an element of worry, there is an element of fear, an element of risk. And everyone has to take that risk. Everyone has to should be prepared to jump, take that leap of faith. But it is much better to have some relationship, to have some personal connection is a, in my understanding, is a must. Physical personal connection is a must. And the advantages, disadvantages of somebody being in a male body is a tremendous advantage. He can physically associate with Guru Maharaj. He can serve in physical proximity. Uh, that and someone in a female body also has a tremendous advantage in bring that kind nature, that sweet nature, that sentiments all together. So not sure if it answers your question.
Yeah, I was just thinking the at least the way it's on set, Srila Prabhupada is the Shakespeare of the next 10,000 years. You may take shelter of spiritual master because Srila Prabhupada has told you to do that from his books, otherwise you wouldn't know to do that. So, and also Srila Prabhupada's extending what the standard is, understanding of what our spiritual master. Anyway, you may take shelter of spiritual master. inspiration master may fall away or wherever it is, maybe the disciples should look at themselves and think, for example, or the burden instructions. But to continue on in devotional service, if you have Srila Prabhupada as the foundation, as the Shiksha Guru, then even if the Diksha Guru does to let you down, then you'll still be firmly rooted in your practice, and then you can again take shelter of another Diksha Guru, and that's what Prabhupada wants. So that way we is overall.
Shelter is always required. We are the first we need shelter. Without shelter, there is no advancement. And again, gurus are sarvatra, they are everywhere and everyone as such. Again, as such as in like having some discriminating capacity, understanding whom to associate more closely, whom to associate with whatever distance and capacity, whom to reveal my mind and whom not to reveal my mind. And yes, Prabhupada, Shiksha Guru, Rupa Goswami, Shiksha Guru forever. Why to limit just for 10,000 years forever? Eternally indebted one should be to the teachings of Prabhupada, to the teachings of Rupa Goswami, to the teachings of Ananda, to the teachings of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And books and everything is there. But we need a personal personality present in front of us to guide us, a role model. And this is what the Vedic literatures uh, encourage us to. Prabhupada is bringing that same message pure as it is. And Prabhupada will be pleased when one takes Guru Padasha. Prabhupada will be so pleased. Karthik can bring it on the screen also. There's this tremendous lovely message we see in third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 7, text 19. This is the somewhat dialogue between Vitura and Mitramuni. Yat sevaya bhagavatasya kutastasya madhurisha rati raso bhavettivra padaya vyasana. There are many places in Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, wherein the complete sutra, the code for perfection of human form of life is given. Yat sevaya bhagavatasya. What is the translation, Karthik?
by serving, by serving the feet of the spiritual master, one is enabled to develop transcendental ecstasy in the service of the personality of Godhead, who is the unchangeable enemy of the Madhu demon, and whose service vanquishes one's material distress.
Yes, brother.
So just to make a clarification was we know we should also learn a little bit that so the pictures we should put the songs and that kind of stuff. Shiva has a special position as fan Acharya. Shiva Ramanuj refers to it as the covenant that Shiva drew with Krishna, which was 16 rounds before it's proper to start the mission. Which is not, Rupa Goswami gave the essence, method of instruction, the essence, showing Ananda to very security around us. But you should have fine-tuned it. And so that will be there can be no other founder Acharya now, not before, no after.
Srila Prabhupada, definitely special position. How can one ignore, deny, and how can one jump over it? Over to Rupa Goswami, that will be complete position. And yeah, founder Acharya means founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. That means DNG Prabhupada. Huh?
What is Sanskrit?
Sansthapak Acharya. Sansthapak Acharya. And I know the word like Prabhupada, how ISKCON in Hindi is called Krishna Bhavanamrit. And if we see actually it is all founded on this teachings again. The teachings of Srila Rupa Goswami, teachings of Mahaprabhu is or Rupa Goswami is not different from the teachings of Mahaprabhu. Exactly same. And the teachings of Prabhupada is exactly same what Srila Rupa Goswami is given, what Mahaprabhu is given. And in Prabhupada's mercy, he has made it all accessible, all relatable to us. Without studying Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita, commentary, purport, translation, and all, what to speak, I mean, anyone, how would one actually take into Krishna consciousness? Completely, Prabhupada has got revolution in one's consciousness.
I was just wondering, so there was a head voice doing their office to show Prabhupada sometimes will say, oh, it's such a shame that I was not able to get your direct association to Prabhupada.
Respect is mainly in the human checks.
And so then they're mentioning that because they didn't get the direct association with Prabhupada, they just said the Mahabharata, therefore their attempt to make themselves will be compromised.
There's one learned, very learned personality in India. He met the Prabhupada, but he couldn't take shelter of him. And then he lamented, oh, I met Prabhupada. I physically met him and not just once, 2 times. And he's very mm, mm, popular or renowned in the learned circle, respected in the learned circle. Oh, I wish that I had taken shelter of Prabhupada. Then now I would have been in the league of, say, Shivram Maharaj and peace of the personalities. Had I taken shelter of Prabhupada, then he came across one of the disciples of Prabhupada. He was from science background and he came across Dr. T.D. Singh. And, and he also had some close association of Shripad Maharaj. And then later on, then he couldn't take shelter of Shripad Maharaj. And then now that personality speaks, oh, Shripad Maharaj, such a transcendental personality. He met with Nobel laureates. He had open discussions with Nobel laureates. He went into the Nobel laureates invited him for discussion and all, but he didn't take shelter. So our problem is this material intelligence and this calculation and this egoistic or this enviousness, all of this. We cannot see the glory that how glorious are devotees and how glorious is Srila Prabhupada. This all can become a blockage. And yeah, we see many times like, oh, I met Prabhupada, I met him 4 times for 40 minutes overall. But take shelter, man. If not, could not take shelter of Prabhupada, then take shelter of Prabhupada's disciples who are there. And without taking, this is the process Prabhupada gave us, initiation, yes. How can one bypass spiritual master and how does one learn how to serve Varanitana without being in association of spiritual master?
And also the spiritualists like Shiva Maharaj, they're helping us to access completely what Prabhupada gave, which we are part of, not be part of. And he's pushing us that you can fall into the trap of Vigraha, which is resistant to go to take the next step forward. He's saying this is what Shiva Prabhupada wanted. Just because at the time Shiva Prabhupada he was quite cautious. He's down into things deeply, but then at the same time, this regular Bhakti is our heritage. We just have to understand what it is without thinking that we can actually. So the practicing Prabhupada's disciples, practicing the players and Prabhupada, we couldn't explain it all time so much because it's very amazing.
Yes, already didn't explain much and what he wanted. And we can see in his writings, Chaitanya Chaitamit, Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavita Mati, Priyatam Iti Utopi Labhyate. Tatra Lolyam Mulyam Ekana, Janma Koti Spriti Mein Labhyate. This should be our heritage, the foundation, and also that popular verse devotees quote, na Tatya Nipampa, Shusamikshamaya. So Lord Brahma, okay, I have a rightful claim into the kingdom of God. So what claim are we claiming about? This Raganuga Bhakti. Now it is something not cheap, it is not something to advertise or this like that. No, this is very internal, very sacred, very pure, very chaste. One has to be chaste and loyal. One has to be hankering, one has to be desiring, and one has to read Prabhupada's commentaries, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita for that. Now, Guru, saying that Guru fell down. If someone fell down, is not a Guru as such. Prabhupada writes in Civilization and Transcendence, I believe, or Perfect Question, Perfect Answers. How can one not afford, by the way, how can one afford to not read the books in Veda base? It's a must read. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Nectar of Instruction, Devotion, Ishopanishad must read. Furthermore, On the Way to Krishna, Perfect Question, Perfect Answer, Civilization, Transcendence, and see the conversations. So, in one of those, either Perfect Question, Perfect Answer, or Civilization, Transcendence, someone asks, okay, bad Guru or false Guru. Prabhupada says Guru is absolute, like Krishna is absolute. He's all good. We don't say Krishna is a false god, although some people in the foolishness they say Krishna is a false god. But Guru is absolute. So Guru never falls down. Guru is an absolute tattva, an absolute principle. It is a Shishya, a disciple, he has to just rise. Yes, Guru.
So there's a, Shri was saying, because there's such a dire need for gurus, and we allow ministers and merchants to initiate, although ideally it should just be Usma Adhikar, but we should have Usma Adhikar and there will be some gurus in the future will call. As long as the minister is in line with what his guru is saying, then he's just as qualified as the Usma Adhikar. There is a tendency there. I think you step out of line. Just like the GBC, they give somebody guruship, that if the person misbehaves, they take away his guruship. So as long as there's a line, he's fine. He's not transparent. As soon as he steps out of line, then he's rejected by the society. And Guru Goswami is saying, Vashivegam Sikhalayam, as soon as you can control your senses, go into the sense.
Two things Prabhupada, if we see his writings and his conversations and interviews, he never claimed that yes, I did it. He always said, like, my Guru Maharaj's mercy, Mahaprabhu's mercy, and you Western devotees. And definitely it is the Western bodied devotees, Americans and Europeans who have set up this beautiful society. And it is their blood and soil and sweat and pain and everything their efforts. Indians at that time could not really appreciate it. Prabhupada has tremendous expectations from Indians. So he never claimed as such. All over he was giving this credit uh, to his disciples and to his Guru Maharaj, his Guru Maharaj. And then the only thing, I never changed anything. I am speaking whatever my Guru Maharaj. So that is a disciple. You are a representative. You come in the parampara who you represent, spiritual master, and you should be speaking exactly what spiritual master is saying. And it has to be checked in line with sadhu and scriptures. Anything outside of the line of scriptures, you can shun that spiritual master. God Govind Maharaj in his writings and classes and teachings, he says, if the spiritual master says something which is a Siddhante, which is not Siddhante, which is not in the line of Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita, the teachings of Mahaprabhu, then you clarify with the spiritual master, or otherwise, if not clarified and still he is showing which is wrong with scriptures, leave that spiritual master. It's not a spiritual master. So one has to check, validate with Guru Sadhu Shastra. Prabhupada did not change anything, and spiritual master should not be changing anything. And Prabhupada is encouraging us to take into this parampara. Our parampara is what? Parampara of Raghunamas. Look, Sukdev Goswami, Vairagya. Sukdev Goswami, he spoke Srimad Bhagavatam, right? We saw when the young children came and saying Sukdev Goswami, they were laughing because he was like a restless. But to complete Vairagya, Sukdev Goswami, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, none of our acharyas have any sense of sense gratification. No, not at all. So if I belong in that parampara, this sense gratification, adoration, this has to be given up altogether. And a mood of vairagya, a mood of renunciation, a mood of bhajan has to be taken up. Prabhupada came as the ambassador, he's leading the way. And he's expecting us as well to take on to this ambassadorship, say, and lead the way for the next generation, to come forward.
It's interesting that the quickest way to go from Ganesha to Ultima is to go with the most responsibility.
The sooner we realize, we have to pray to become a pure devotee of the Lord. And the way to become a pure devotee of the Lord is by accepting a bona fide transcendental spiritual master. Then the message and human life is so short, you are anyway short, so many distractions. How can we afford to further go more in distractions? And why not read this Rasik Acharya's Rasik commentaries? We should be studying Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and Chaitanya Charitamrita. Such sweet conversations, such sweet translations and purpose in there. And go further more. And advancement has to be checked. One should not just hang around 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, and all I read is no, I just read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, CC. Yes, everything is there, but one should not just be hanging around or shying away. Cheating is the thing. We can cheat. I can cheat my temple president. I can cheat my mentor or someone. Even maybe externally I can cheat Guru Maharaj. But can I cheat myself? Can I cheat Krishna? And who is getting deprived? Just me, no one else. Who is losing out? So this is what Krishna wants. If you are sincere, Krishna is readily available. He's there and then. But if I'm not sincere, fine. Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapuran ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Hari Bol.